We have been doing things every day for 9 years, so you can imagine how many things we are doing that we need to change if we want to build this company and reach our BHAG goals.
It's like good enough, so you gotta be great, and I'ma do whatever it takes. Doing what I love in life, and I'll pay the price, and not stopping even if the shit kills me, even if it kills me.
Hi everyone and welcome to MattGron Talks, and this is episode 87, my friends, and my name is Mattias Gronborg, aka MattGron, and I'm the founder of the HubSpot agency iGoMoon, and here I share my scaling up journey with this company from nothing to something. And on the other side we have the one and only Svea-Malina Lanchoff. How are you doing today, Svea, my dear co-host on this fabulous journey?
Hey, Mattias.
The moon.
Hyping it up. Okay, there was more. All right.
Yeah. You need to be a little bit more relaxed and wait till I'm done.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I know. I'm just the host here. I don't have anything to say. No, I'm doing a very good. It's Friday, so weekend's coming up. And you know what? This is for Entrepreneurship Run Smack into Reality. Welcome to our vlog where you share about your entrepreneurial journey and everything in between.
Yes.
Yeah, do you want to share our format, what we do here, what we talk about?
Yes, if you're a newcomer, on every Monday we share or I share my personal development journey growing as a leader, and on Wednesday I share scaling up topics like what I'm learning in the entrepreneurial process, and then we have every Friday, like today, when I share my weekly inventory.
Your diary.
And yeah, exactly. And that's basically, I talk about stuff that I could have done differently or better, like in hindsight. And I also share what I have learned and some celebrations.
Well, then let's take it away. Let's talk about this week because it's Friday. So.
Yeah, it has been an intense week, I think. Now we are really, we have left the vacation in the dust, and things, I can say we are really ramping up, so to speak. There is some momentum picking up, and that's really good, and means we are working a lot. So that's good, and I during this week I have spent a lot of time on both teaching the CRM because I finished up a HubSpot onboarding for a customer in their CRM, and then I have also started to help our own sales team improving stuff in our own HubSpot CRM. So doing kind of the same work for customers as I'm doing internally this week. So that's good.
Yeah. Wait, before you continue, I have two questions. Before I have a feeling you're dipping into a new topic in a second. So I just have two follow-up questions from our last Friday, because last Friday you also said that like business is picking up pretty well, and you had some hand raisers last week, I think. Are there any news on those ones? Like, did you generate some business yet, or is it still in the making?
In the making.
All right.
In the making, yes. So both Dennis and Henrik, they are, they are working in the sales process together with these potential customers. So maybe I have more news in a couple of weeks or something. Typically, the sales process for us is if it's a hand raiser, which basically means someone fills out a contact form on our website and says, hey, we need help, please build a new HubSpot website or something. Then
ideal case, right? If they come to you.
Yeah, that's really good, of course. But then it takes about 4 weeks still to to discuss the project, create the quote,
discover exactly what they need.
And then get everything signed off. So, but our sales process is typically between 1 month to 6 months.
Okay. And then I have one other question, also connected to
Yes.
last week's inventory. You said that you, I think, were about to have a meeting with another agency from Norway together with a maybe shared customer. Did you have that meeting?
Yeah, we had that meeting in the beginning of the week.
Mhm.
But I handed it over to it's Henrik.
Mhm.
He's the account manager for the account, and he had a meeting together with a strategist and a UX UI designer. So next step is to start discuss quotes and timelines and stuff. So I think that's a good example of a potential project that could be closed in the end of the month, maybe.
Okay, cool. So it is going somewhere, this potential collaboration. Nice to
There
hear.
is always going somewhere.
All
It
right.
could go north or south.
We'll see. Keep us updated.
Yeah.
But back to usual business. Sorry to interrupt, but I needed to ask these 2 questions.
Yeah, good question, Svea.
I'm paying
That was
attention.
good. Yeah, you're paying attention. I really like that you're taking notes and follow up. I like that. That's new. We haven't done that before.
Yeah, it's all in my head when I search
Yeah.
for it. All right.
Some project management skills going on there.
You never
Yeah.
know what you need me for in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
I think now I caught you off track now. So we need to go back to your initial sum up of the week.
Yes. Okay, let's do that. Boom. So in hindsight, what could I have done better this week? And sometimes when I refer to the week, it necessarily doesn't mean it's just these 5 business days, because very often it's more that I realize something during the week, but that could also been something that I should change like 2 years ago. So I share all kind of different stuff under this headline, so to speak. So but I think I've been talking about before. I talked about before that a lot of new positive things pouring out from the job we are doing on a board level.
Mm-hmm.
This is something we have been investing on over the last year. That is actually new, and I think one of the best things you can do as an entrepreneur is to get yourself more professional experience on a board level. Yeah. And I think for us it has been a perfect timing doing that now. And if you're like bootstrapping your business from scratch, I think you need to come to a certain point with your company before you could actually start invest. It sounds like everything is connected to the money, but I think you must come to a specific point. And I think from our perspective, the iGoMoon perspective, I think about 15 people. It's really 15 million Swedish kronor, which is it's probably 1.5 million euro. Yeah. This is really where the bottlenecks kicks in around owners and partners. So that's the sweet spot for iGoMoon to start do this kind of strategic work. So where am I headed with this conversation?
There are a lot of positive things are happening now when you're invested there.
So the thing was, I wanted to share about something that we could have done better, or I could have done better over the years. But during this work on a board level, it has really exposed some huge bottlenecks for me, and definitely some reasons why we are not moving forward on strategic things during the last 3 years, even though we have many times already been talking about these things we are working on now. I mean, me and Eric, as business partners, we often have had this kind of discussions, like we should do this and we should do that, but we have really failed to execute, the strategic implementation, because during like between 8 and 5, we are doing other things, so we are not working on the things that is really important long term. We are kind of doing the short term things, and I think this is kind of normal. I mean, as business owners, and definitely when you're scaling up the company, just using doing it organically. But something I want to talk about in that process is something I have failed in my role as a CEO, because I have failed to shift my, how should I say, like my owner partner like hat in the relationship with me and Eric, because when we have had our discussions around things, let's do like that or this or that. So then I have still had my kind of owner hat during the work hours, and I haven't had my CEO helmet on and really been following up Eric on things as well as I should. And so I think that's super tough. I like working as two business owners or partners. Sometimes I say business like owners, and sometimes I use the word partners. It's maybe a little bit confusing, but I mean, partners, you often in service companies use that kind of term, like become a partner in the company.
Yeah.
So, but what my point is that in a small growing company, it could be complicated shifting roles, and also in that way, because the relationship get different kind of context depending in which role you are, right?
Yeah, I understand.
And in the relationship between 8 and 5 work hours, I need to become more the CEO, which basically is Eric's boss.
Yeah.
And Ulf has really helped me and Eric to identify these things, and it also goes the other way around for me as the CEO. So I mean, if we want to change how the organization should work, we must change ourselves first. So if we don't succeed in restructuring or arranging the CEO and the CTO work relationship, like we can't be two owners or two partners running around here between 8 and 5. We really need to become the CEO and the CTO of the company. So if we can't do that, we can't grow beyond 15 people. And in that process, we have, of course, run into friction, because, I mean, it's change, even if we say that we love change, I mean, deep down, we don't like change, right? So my role is changing, and Eric's role is changing as well. And I mean, that create friction, and we have been talked a lot about that on the board level, and I think it's super positive all the help we get from Ulf during that kind of transition. So I need to report to the board, and Eric must report to me. So that's basically new for us, and that could maybe feel like someone controls you, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, if you have always been able to do things like without anyone else, checking you up if you are actually doing it, then suddenly when you get anyone or someone that like keeps you accountable, then you could be,
Yeah, but I think it's good that you have someone else coming in from the outside as well, because you just said something interesting like a couple of minutes ago. You said that you're like Erik's partner, but also at some time of the day you have to be his boss. And I could also think that this is quite challenging. If I think at least that you guys are probably friends also outside of iGoMoon, and then you have to step into this role where you're his boss. And I think that's good that now you have like Ulf in the board, who is like kind of telling you like, hey guys, but this is what you have to do. I know that might be, a bit uncomfortable in the beginning, but you have to do this in order to sort things out. And I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because there is, because the changes I'm talking about here, they are on an attitude and behavioral level.
Yeah.
So it's much bigger than it sounds, actually.
Yeah.
And but if I should share a little bit more about what kind of things, what it means on a more practical level.
Yeah, please.
We have now implemented a couple of things, and we are also, implementing more like over the time, during the time when we're running in the development process, so to speak. So we have the CEO report I'm preparing for the board every month. But then we also now we have this CTO CEO weekly meeting every Friday where Erik reports to me on what he has done on our internal strategic projects, and like in the CTO work, and how works move forward on our, how should I say, like lighthouse customers, because Erik is also involved as a senior on a senior strategic consultant level on our more lighthouse project, so to speak. And
sorry,
maybe
what is a lighthouse project? I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Lighthouse. Do you know what a lighthouse is?
Yeah, it guides ships the way, right, to the harbor.
Yeah, exactly. And like you always have these kind of projects, in a company when you're building it. Typically, that's the let's say, like a really good example for us is like we, like HubSpot CMS implementations. We like building websites. We have been working with that for like a decade. But over the last year, we have also started doing CRM implementation projects in HubSpot. So when we do new kind of work, delivering new services, and then we need to invent new processes and things around that. So then Erik, as a CTO and on a CTO level and on a senior strategic level, gets involved in these kind of projects. So that's a typical lighthouse project. And so that is point number 2. And then the last thing is that we have, it's new because like all the internal work is also now like this internal strategic work, they are also like internal projects. So we are time reporting on them, so we could actually on a board level get an understanding of how much time we're spending on these internal strategic execution.
All right. Well, it sounds like a lot of change you're going through right now.
Sometimes you actually you forget that. So it's true when you put it like that. There's a lot of changes.
Yeah, it's kind of behind the scenes, like probably not everyone like in the team is maybe aware of also what you guys on the top have to adapt to and change over time. Yeah, but it really seems like it was a really good idea to get Ulf on board. Do you have any more board members?
I would love to share a little bit more on that, because it's very like from a like personal perspective, you know, I'm the founder and I'm the CEO, and I think a lot of people out there in my position, and you maybe have like a clear vision, you want to scale up the company, and like when you have a small company with a small team, and when I say that, I'm kind of referring to my own journey, becoming 10, 15 people. Like with employees, somewhere along the journey, you make a decision. Like I can't be everyone's friend, and you know me, and we have been talking about I'm kind of leading with my heart, and having empathy, and it's super important to understand it's a huge difference being that person and being a friend, because and that's a kind of a hard relationship to navigate, and if it's hard navigating that relationship with an employee, then it's even harder to navigate that relationship with the people on a partner level.
Yeah.
Or and I mean, it sometimes I think I have been thinking about it. It's like, how hard could it be? But I mean, there is a reason why, like in a personal relationship, why you might take your soulmate, your partner, and then you go to like a therapy session and have a partner therapy, and you actually talk about stuff, to grow the relationship, because you want to be together, and you really you have a vision for your relationship, and this is the same thing I'm sharing about here, because I think it's super easy to it's not like a personal thing, but still on that journey together, like on a journey with me and Eric, I mean, it's so important to have a third person like Ulf here on a board level that could really help us to navigate this, because I mean, we have been doing things every day for 9 years, so you can imagine how many things we are doing that is maybe that we need to change if we want to build this company and reach our BHAG goals.
Yeah, I think that comparison was brilliant, Mattias.
Okay,
it really helped me understand. It makes a lot of sense. Yes, if you're partners, it's not that much different than having like a romantic partner, or
there is no difference at all. Like on an emotional level.
Yeah.
Like, but of course you have different purposes with the relationships. But we still, we still have our emotions, like in our like business relationships, and then we have our emotions in our relationships, like our personal relationships. So that's my point. So
yeah, that was a very interesting topic. I was always thinking about another topic that connects to that. Like,
okay, can imagine.
Yeah, okay. Then, maybe I'll pick that up in the next episode. But I think for today, there was a very interesting. I don't know. Did we forget something about the self inventory?
I think I spent a lot of time talking about things that the things I could have done differently that I've been thinking about.
Then let's end it on a positive note. Any victories?
Yeah, but I also share something I have learned, and so, like, unfortunately, I got my Vidyard account deleted, which there was like I still don't really understand, but like in HubSpot, my Mattias.Gronborg, iGoMoon email. I had it stored in our HubSpot CRM, and then I probably GDPR deleted my HubSpot, my contact in HubSpot in the CRM. Not my HubSpot account, but me as a contact in the CRM. And that triggered something because Vidyard is connected with HubSpot, and which automatically deleted my Vidyard account. So all my personal videos went down the drain. Do you say drain? Yeah. Like,
could you fix it?
No. So it was not possible. So that was something I learned.
Don't delete your account. Accidentally.
Maybe a little bit complicated. I think anyone listening and not kind of yourself using HubSpot and video, I think it could be hard to understand. But I learned that, and let's see how it unfolds. If there is like any way to solve it. They are still working on it. I'm not sure. And then I think it's been a lot of a lot of good stuff happening. I've been giving out a lot of kudos, as we say here at iGoMoon, which is when your colleague performing according to our culture code, we actually give out kudos, and if you are lucky, you might receive some. So, and we also we had this week. We also we closed a couple of new small deals.
Yeah, I heard Eric at least did one. I think David told me in Slack he saw that Eric closed the deal. He said peanuts.
Yeah.
All right.
It's funny, Eric. Yeah. He always says he don't get out of the bed for deals under 10,000 euros. So it's funny. Yeah.
All right.
I think that was a good week. At iGoMoon. Yeah.
That sounds like there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Yeah. So keep us updated next week how everything unfolds, and otherwise I hope you have a nice weekend. Enjoy it, you guys watching as well, and see you in the next one hopefully.
Hit the bell, subscribe, and if you like what we are doing, please leave a comment and ask a question about what you would prefer that we could maybe bring up as a topic, or
absolutely, that would be great.
So thanks. See you in the next one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.